Hello everyone, and we are back in Cagliari, Italy, for the second World Series race of the year, and it's also the last race of a 2-year qualification period. So a lot of things on the line, I would say, for the week, not just in terms of the sort of who's winning the race, but also a lot of teams are having this one as the final Olympic qualification event or selection event. So it's a lot of races within the race, but it's also a very, very good chance to test the fitness once again against the best guys in the world. So hopefully a little bit better race, or significant better race than what I did in Yokohama. Like, there I ended up getting a 10th place with like 40 or 50 seconds too slow run. So hopefully I'm able to improve that here under the Italian sun on Saturday in 2 days time. So that's swim and bike familiarization done and dusted. Basically the same course as what we did last year. So sort of knew it from last year, but it's always good to just get like a few laps on it just to get the feeling again. Felt good, I would say. Like been feeling good over the last 2 or 3 days. So yeah, very excited for tomorrow. Did the 3 laps on the bike. I'm sort of quite steady, and did 3 laps on the swim course as well. So yeah, just over 2k on the swim and 40k in total on the bike. And now it's a little bit of sushi before heading out for a nice run session, maybe with 5 400s or 5 by 1 minutes of higher intensity, depending on if I can go to the track or if I will just do it next to the beach. So yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a fast and tough course. Beach starts swim, which is something I'm awful at always, but I guess I'll just have to do the best out of it. Around 20 degrees in the water, so might be wetsuit, might not be wetsuit. I guess it will be without wetsuit. And yeah, nice temperatures. Probably gonna be sunny on the bike and the run, so good conditions. And yeah, excited for tomorrow. And also one thing with the course, like obviously it's beach start, which means it's probably going to be a little bit more spread out from after the first 50-100 meters. So it's a little bit different dynamics there. Also running up to the beach and doing like the turnaround. So it's also probably gonna stretch out a little bit more, or be in a different sort of order. It's not necessarily just the fast swimmers who will be in the front. You can also have some typically Australians and guys from New Zealand who is sort of born with, or they know how to run on the beach, so they can often be a little bit further up in the field. The bike course is sort of having some technical sections with poor tarmac, and then it is a lot of, maybe 50% of the course is next to the beach, so it's probably going to be a little bit like crosswind coming in from the beach. That can make they can stretch out the field a little bit more, and then the run is basically just a fast 10k, flat and fast. So I guess it's going to be important to have fresh, good, fast run legs coming into T2. So it's going to be a real test, and I can see where I'll then be able to see where I'm standing against, again, Hayden, Alex, and Morgan. And hopefully I've been able to close down the gap from Yokohama 2 weeks ago, where I was like 50 seconds off the pace. So hopefully we'll see if the 2 weeks in 10 days in Thursday have been able to make a difference or not. But yeah, let's see tomorrow. Cagliari World Series 31st. Start off with a swim. First of all, the race got postponed for like half an hour due to some potential lightning, which never really happened. So yeah, choppy swim. Pleased with my position out of the water and the distance to the first guys. It's always a little bit more difficult when it's a beach start and beach run in and beach run out of the water. I'm terrible at running at the beach. Luckily there's no beach in Paris. But yeah, pleased with how the swim felt, and the power on the bike. I felt good. I would say I was quite careful on the turns, especially when it started raining. Like then I was really taking it careful, as I knew before the race that I was maybe having a little bit high pressure on my rear wheel. I figured out just before the start, when I was trying to reduce my pressure on the rear tire, that I think I got some sealant into the valve, so I wasn't able to take down the pressure. So I think I was riding a little bit high pressure and was slipping like twice into the technical sections. So that really took my confidence away. So I was more aware of, or trying to stay safe and up front and in a good position, and without taking any risk. As we saw in Yokohama, I would rather use a little bit more energy on the bike than taking any risk and end up on the tarmac. But then after maybe 15-16k, I heard some sound from the rear wheel, and yeah, flat tire. Luckily, just in front of me I had a neutral wheel station, so after a little bit back and forth, managed to get a new neutral wheel. But then I lost obviously contact with the first pack and the second pack, and also riding in between second and third pack, mostly by myself. Got a little bit Canadian company for the last 8k or so, trying to stay positive. But yeah, it's hard to run a 10k as fast as you can when you know that you're just running for like trying to get within top 30 or so. So I think I ran 33, well over a minute slower than the pace where I should have been with Alex and Hayden. That's obviously the goal. So yeah, I guess in one way pleased with how the run leg felt better than in Yokohama, but also it's tricky to just run hard by yourself for not much. So yeah, 31st in the end. Yeah, disappointed, obviously, in one way with the results, but actually more pleased with the overall fitness. So pleased with how the body has responded since Yokohama. So now on to the next one, on to the big one, the big dance in Paris in 2 months time, 9 weeks I think it is. So now heading home for 10 days or so before heading to altitude in Forma for a month, hopefully being able to fine-tune the run legs a little bit more. Probably going to take a little bit of risk in terms of the amount of Ks I'm going to run, and just trying to put in as many and as long track stations as possible, and see if ramping up the volume on the run is going to increase the fitness. It's probably going to be a quick fix, run more fitness. So yeah, on to the next one, on to the big dance, on to Paris. See you in the next one.